This just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay. This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches.
Yeah, live from stall number 3, back on that YouTube feed. Same old song, same old scream. Candy in the bathroom, live stream queen, talking about hand dryers like it's a war scene. Crying for a hotel one more night, said she can't sleep 5 days of lies. Somebody wants my soul, girl, please. Ain't nobody trying to claim your demon disease. Drama buffet, all you can scam. Hotel to hotel, racking up the spam. You bitch, you moan, you whine, you cry. Tell the same story till the well runs dry. Blame the world, throw curses in the air, but can't brush your hair, girl, how's that fair? You beg, you plot, you fake, you flee, but everyone sees what the hell you be. Ain't no witchcraft, just your own mess. Screaming, targeted while begging in distress. Call it perp, call it code and clothes, but when the donor wears it, it's love, not loathe. Double standards, yeah, you live in them deep, but your hate don't sleep, it just seeps. Rude to the old, the broke, the clean. Talking like a queen, but you're ruling a latrine. Say folks envy what you never had. It's the mirror, sis, that truth hits bad. Laundry and hair takes you 2 days. Girl, we multitask through jobs and haze. Want sympathy for basic shit, but you act so old it just won't hit. Drama queen with a YouTube crown, but in the real world you're just a clown. You bitch, you moan, you whine, you cry. Tell the same story till the well runs dry. Blame the world, throw curses in the air, but can't brush your hair, girl, how's that fair? You beg, you plot, you fake, you flee, but everyone sees what the hell you be. Ain't no witchcraft, just your own mess. Screaming, targeted while begging in distress. So Candy, keep the stream alive, keep performing that digital dive. But don't forget we see the game, and we ain't fooled by the pity parade. Don't form it, that digital dive. But don't forget we see the game, and we ain't fooled by the pity parade.
I didn't do anything wrong. And so he took me in handcuffs wrongfully. You know, he wasted no time with wrongfully putting me in handcuffs and putting me in a police car. And at first he said, "You're not under arrest, you're just being detained." And then they started taking my stuff and snooping through my belongings, and like, "Stop digging through my stuff," you know. And they violated and disrespected me with my OCD and everything. I feel everything is contaminated, filthy, and dirty. And would go crazy if I can't get a hotel room and a shower tonight. Put me in the back of the car so quick. And after he said, "Ma'am, you're not under arrest, you're just being detained." And then other police officers came in, looked like 5 or 6 police cars. Nothing, but only 3 men showed up. I don't know where all the other officers went. But then they searched all around, supposedly searched all around the library building and found nothing. And still said, we're going to take you to jail because failure to identify. Trying to forcefully order me to take off my shoestrings. I think they did that last time. And they tried to forcefully order me to take off my hoodie, and my earbuds, he falsely assumed it was a necklace. When you flash devil horns at me, letting me know that you're a deceiver and you're a satanic perp, seemingly what feels like nobody in my corner. Or people act like they're afraid to go to bat for and defend me. Or they're afraid of backlash, or afraid of, you know, it seems like all I have on my side truly is Jesus Christ. And I kept on praying and praying and praying. You know, I tried to lie and say all I had was one bag. And I said, no, this bag is too light. Where's my other bag? And they acted like they didn't want to get my other bag. And they were trying to rush me out of the jail. I said, I'm not leaving until I get my other bag. And my other bag had all my identification, debit cards, everything. My wallet, my phone, my driver's license, everything. And they were trying to keep my fucking belongings. But yeah, here's a perp looking at me like I'm crazy, and he's perping with a red bike. I'm trying to remember everything. But yeah, like nobody in the, none of the, I don't know if we were called, I mean, I don't think we should be called inmates, but you know, none of the other women picked on me or bullied me, but the lady that was the tiny little older lady that was snoring so much, she was perping with the red and snoring too loud. And people want to talk about me. And hi, and so I went to fake Walmart and got me 2 kinds of juice. I got this juice called Suja. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Suja, and it's the Uber Greens. You know, supposed to be cold pressed juice. And I got me some watermelon juice also. And all I had to eat was a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Just one, and nothing else. I mean, and the juices was the first thing I drank, or say drank, since yesterday afternoon before leaving the hotel. And yesterday I didn't have a lot of water to drink, and after 1 o'clock I had nothing to drink yesterday at all. And even in jail I said, well, how come, you know, how come there's you know, they gave us food, but they didn't give us anything to drink, or they didn't give us, come on, dude, you're an older man doing that with your shoes. He was screeching, an older man screeching his shoes on purpose for nothing. He was looking at me like as if something was wrong with me. He was wearing a blue shirt. He was an older man screeching his shoes on the floor.
Okay, so if someone's going to get mad, just keep on scrolling, okay? This is what gets me so mad about Candy Grangreedy, is she tries to make people feel sorry for her, and I'm so over it. I'm so done. I mean, she gets on here, I only had 1 biscuit, and I only had this amount of juice and this amount of water. Big Mac, you are sitting in a library all day long. They have got multiple water fountains. Okay, you could have drank all the water that you wanted. Then she comes on here and she tries to say that it's our fault that she did not get to finish eating one of 2 meals that she had that night because she didn't have funds for a hotel. It's just the constant feel sorry for me. I'm so sleep deprived. I never get to eat. I have to cash my fake government check that I don't need. That's what she always says, but she cashes it. I mean, everything's always fake and just complaining and whining and griping and lying. I mean, if she would do something for herself once in her lifetime, I mean, she talks nothing about food and griping and money and sleep deprived. I mean, that's it. Most people only consume 1 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit in the morning. I mean, and then she was talking about a little old man that was walking, and you know when you're walking, I've even done it. I just done it yesterday. And actually my mother almost fell down in the ER the other morning when older people are walking and when their feet kind of get stuck to the floor and it squeaks. She had to make a comment about that and the fact that he was wearing blue. I do not ever want to hear this big back again, ever call out anybody wearing red, blue, or black. Because she sure as hell did not call out God is good in the colors they were wearing. And people buy this garbage. I mean, enough is enough.
See anyone walking around with a, come on. He said, did you see anyone walking around with a camo jacket? And I was like, no, because I wasn't wearing it and I wasn't even thinking, I was sleep deprived, days of sleep deprived. And then he said, is that your stuff? Is that your camo jacket? And I try to explain, because I knew fake donor illegally swatted and lied on me. And I guess he had, after he threw my phone, I guess he started to condemn me and talking about me resisting arrest. When I'm like, wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He tried to talk about me resisting arrest. I was like, but how you gonna try to just handcuff me behind a false accusation without finding out proof first? And then they actually went and looked all around the building yesterday and found nothing and still took me to jail talking about failure to identify, but I committed no crime. And they said, well, your failure to identify is a crime. How is that worth $500? I blasted off on her in my live stream this morning with her trying to dish out bossy orders to try to tell me to, move somewhere else and stay off the internet and stuff. And like, you don't know, don't do that to me. And she was, come on, man, shut up. They're wearing perp colors. I'm angry that, excuse me, that I can't, I have to find a way to get a hotel night. I mean, no, I don't even know if anyone's gonna help me with an additional $50 for the deposit for the free hotel night for tonight. And then I could go there. I don't know if they have laundry there, but if I could take a shower and get laundry. I mean, I'm feeling filthy, gross, and disgusted from when I was in jail and they had that mattress above me that was dirty and bloody, and with my OCD and everything, and they snooped through all my freaking belongings and just contaminated and ruined everything. You know, and some of my stuff, like my clothes and stuff, like brand new. My shoes, pretty new. And they forced me to take my shoestrings off, and they threatened to confiscate all my shoes. I mean, you know, my one pair of shoes, they threatened to confiscate it if I didn't take my shoestrings off. It's like they wanted to make sure I do what they say. Demanding power, and they don't deserve it. You work for the devil, you don't deserve power and authority. Especially not over me. And me and the cop, after getting out of the vehicle yesterday, at one point we had an argument over, no, you don't know the law. You don't know the law. You claim to be a police officer, but yet you don't know the law. And he's like, oh, tell me about revised SS rule, whatever, RS rule, whatever. Oh, I bet you. And he thought he could try to shut me up. You know. But how are you going to throw someone in jail talking about failure to identify and they didn't commit any crime? I did nothing wrong. You know, just trying to get help with funds out of the, you know, for hotel out of the rain. So, but the hotel that I was recently abused at, I might need to calm down from going over there because I don't want stuff to escalate, you know. And I have almost enough points to be able to afford to get to stay there, you know. But I would have to wait a couple of more days for the points to kick in. I don't know if they would kick in tomorrow or Monday or, you know, but I need a hotel tonight. I mean, I wish I would have to do laundry again and wash all my stuff again. And, you know, wash all my stuff, all my clothes, everything. You know, I'm panicking, feeling gross and filthy, dirty, and disgusting from being in jail. They violated every aspect of my OCD and everything. They just kept saying they don't care. They don't how they don't care. Why they kept hammering at my, what is your mental illness? They asked mental before physical. I mean, even if I could just have 2 more nights of hotel and to get to comb my hair. I mean, I won't be able to do it within one evening / morning or one night, you know, to get to comb my hair out and wash my clothes and stuff and try to get rest or whatever, you know. Excuse me. The GoFundMe, you know. But I had more things to talk about. But it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 2:56 p.m. right now. I love y'all, and I have no choice but to ask whatever y'all can help me, whatever y'all can spare to help. Come on. Whatever y'all can spare to help me out with, you know, it would be greatly appreciated. I would hate to have to suffer out on the streets because I don't know if fake Darnell is gonna have me killed for real. When he's gonna do it. When is he gonna have me killed for real? Or plant someone to be an in-person perp that would try to stop. and he would try to plant someone to be an in-person perp to take my life. One in-person homeless perp already threatened me, that racist white guy. He threatened to throw me in the river. He must have been eavesdropping and listening in on my live streams. The fact that he was in, and there was a couple of other perps that were black or whatever, that were homeless or not, that they have made threats to throw me in the river also. And they had a black man named Darius Clement or something like that. He was working near the river, and they said he went missing for over a week, and they still have not found him. And I heard that the city of New Orleans is doing nothing to try to look for his body. And he was working, and they say that he worked so hard that he was pretty much married to his job, for his own job to turn their back on him and betray him like that. And you know, I'm terrified, me being homeless and by the river, when I gotta be on the streets, I have no choice but to be there. And then when they perform their perp tactics, people making like Candy starting mess, Candy starting trouble, she's the chief aggressor. And that, you know, people don't act like they don't want to believe I'm being gangsta, and I'm showing y'all what's going on. Stop! If I would have had to pay for a normal hotel night, you know. So yeah, the extra points didn't kick in until this afternoon or this evening or whatever, you know. So I ate my dinner and dessert, and then came over here excuse me, and took a shower, and I tried to work on my hair and tried what I could, and I could not complete combing my hair out because of I couldn't complete combing my hair out because of the my hands and fingers kept locking up on me. You know, and I don't know if I get to fall asleep and then wake up tomorrow, if I will feel better or feel less pain, you know. Excuse me. So I don't even know if it was the directed energy weapons being the cause of my entire body trying to cramp up and lock up on me. You know, that didn't start to happen until recent years. And of course, they squeezed my organs as well. You know. Well, I wish I could stay longer, but I just I wish I could ask for help for more hotel nights for like tomorrow or other nights, but looks like I'm gonna have to be on the streets tomorrow. Excuse me. And before I leave out of here, I'm gonna have to try to get laundry done again. You know, see, if it weren't for the jail thing, I would not need to have to do laundry again this time, you know. And I have to ration the soap that I have left, and probably gonna run out. So keep me in your prayers. I love y'all. I wish I could stay longer, but I'm in pain and my body's trying to lock up on me, and I'm just really tired. So I love y'all, and I'm gonna get off the stream.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
Rabbit season! Duck season! Rabbit season! Duck season! Rabbit season! Duck season!
Oh.